Did Diddy just confess to being one of the girls? Child, when I tell y'all that this trial has been filled with nothing but chaos, I'm not even joking. It has been filled with some of the most horrible things that we've heard, and it looks like Diddy is going down for his alleged crimes. But hold up, because word on the streets is that Diddy's team is about to switch up their tactics and allegedly admit that Diddy is gay. There has been a lot of talk over the years about how Diddy is allegedly on the DL, and fans are convinced that his team is about to use that as their defense. Allegedly, they're planning to claim that Diddy repressed his so badly that it forced him to finally snap and allegedly commit the atrocious things that he's accused of. Yeah, this is about to be a hot pot of insanity, so let's break this down. I'm not gonna lie, Diddy admitting that he's on a DL was not on my 2025 bingo card. I mean, sure, there have been rumors, but he has shot those rumors down over and over and over again over the years. And when I say rumors, I don't just mean from one person or one source, because multiple people have come out to claim that Diddy is on the DL. For example, do y'all remember when Diddy's former bodyguard exposed Diddy for going to gay parties with Will Smith?
She was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay no more. What the f is going on here? It's just a lot of weird dude.
Another one of Diddy's former bodyguards also exposed him for being gay and doing some intimate things with another rapper who the bodyguard didn't name.
Artist run out the room naked, and the artist said, "You ain't want to come up in there? It was a lot of freaky going on."
But that's not all, because it turns out that the feds have had a suspicion about Diddy being gay because they've been investigating him for more than 12 years. To be specific, they weren't investigating him for being gay because there's nothing wrong with that, but they were investigating him for being inappropriately involved with young boys. Back in 2013, there were reports that Diddy was being investigated by federal agencies for sleeping with young boys. According to reports, during a debriefing session with federal investigators, James Roseman, the music manager turned kingpin, was reportedly questioned about the preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having intimate relationships with underage boys, according to a U.S. District Court filing. A prosecutor then asked about entertainers' intimate preferences, including but not only Sean Combs having intimate relationships with underage boys. Oh, but there's more to that, because like I said, a lot more people have tried to expose him over the years, but he always managed to get away with it. Like Orlando Brown, who claimed that Diddy gave him some mouth action, if you know what I mean.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash goosmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf, the shooshmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You gave me the ooshkash muash. I love it, yo.
And that's not all. Gene Deal also spilled the tea on Diddy's escapades with men.
And he said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door. Don't let nobody come through here." And I said, I watched the door. If I watched the door and him and a man ran out and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself.
Rapper Exhibit also revealed that Diddy once took him to a gay bar and he was so shook that he snuck out of the bar and ran home.
We go down and get a drink. You know, we sitting there bopping to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. Then it's girls in the club too. And then she point another direction. It's another dude over there like.
Don't even get me started on 50 Cent's attempts over the years to expose Diddy. Child, this man even tried to expose Diddy from his hospital bed. He shaded Diddy on IG and said, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." Shading someone while you're literally in a hospital bed means that you're fully committed to your beat. There's also the time that he claimed that Diddy's parties were not just parties, but giant freak-offs where all kinds of wild stuff happened. He posted this picture of Lil Baby and said, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puffy and them at. The F is going on here. Get the F off my young man, WTF." So yeah, Diddy has been facing more than his fair share of DL allegations, but he has been fighting the allegations and claiming that he is completely straight. So why on earth is he doing a complete 180 now and claiming that he's so gay that he allegedly committed all those atrocities? Well, it probably has something to do with the testimonies we've been hearing about in court, especially from an exotic dancer known as Sheree Hayes, aka the Punisher. And girl, when I tell you that Sheree spilled the tea, homeboy was singing like a canary. He claimed that he was first hired in 2012 to create an exotic dance for Diddy and Cassie, and things just kind of snowballed from there. When the prosecution asked him to describe his first meeting with Cassie, how she appeared, and what happened, he didn't hold anything back. He said, "She was in the bathroom with nothing underneath and a wig. I was expecting a crowd, but there was no one else. She told me she and her husband wanted to create a scene with the baby oil. The room was dimly lit, electric candles, bowls of water with bottles of baby oil in them. She told me not to acknowledge her husband, not to look at him when he came out. He was naked, but I could not see his face. It was like what a Muslim woman wears, you see only the eyes. He had a bottle of Astroglide. When the prosecution asked him how the encounter ended, he said, she went into the other room with him. When she came back, she asked if I wanted to finish. I said no. If they were happy, I was happy. She gave me more money, adding that he did the same thing 8 or 12 other times with Diddy and Cassie. Now here's where things get wild, because he then revealed exactly how the freak-offs will go. He said, I'd be reached out to at 5 or 7 p.m. for later. They'd ask for a sexy scene, but I knew it would be more. Baby oil, atmosphere. Mr. Combs would direct. Mr. Combs might say, sit forward, move the camera, or what would happen. You know, one time during he dropped a stack of money. He said, I like this ish. When the prosecutor asked how much baby oil they used, he said a lot. We were supposed to be glistening as much as possible. When he was asked how long the freak-offs lasted, he said 4 hours. A lot of waiting, maybe 40 minutes or so. I was supposed to finish in a specific spot. He then claimed that when the freak-off was done, Cassie would leave with Mr. Combs 10 or 15 minutes. She'd return in a bathrobe and pay me $2,000 or $1,200 cash. Another escort named Daniel Phillip claimed that he allegedly did the nasty with Cassie and Diddy. According to reports, Phillip would continue to engage in relations with Ventura and Combs at hotels across Manhattan and at each of their private residences in the city. Sometimes Phillip would send Ventura vulgar texts like, I want to F you right now, and sometimes he would text to ask if she was good. The reports went on to claim that Phillip said these encounters would last anywhere from 1 to 10 hours. After he would have relationships with Ventura, she would go into the bedroom with Combs and leave Phillip waiting outside on a couch for hours. Sometimes they would come back out and tell him to leave, and other times they would bring him back into the bedroom for another round of intercourse. So yeah, at this point, the whole world probably already knows that Diddy is on the DL, because his lawyers didn't even try to argue against it when the escorts exposed Diddy for being on the DL. In fact, the streets are saying that they are allegedly planning to lean into this and claim that Diddy has been on the DL for a long time. Word on the streets is that they are finally ready to admit that Diddy is gay, but claim that him repressing himself is the reason he has been acting out and hurting people. Now, I don't know how they plan on selling this to the judge or jury, but it's going to be interesting to watch them try to pull this card, considering how long he has been denying the gay allegations. But I want to know what y'all think about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.